morning. This is Lainey from Camp Joy Farms. Please forgive me while I drive while I'm talking today. I never really do any videos in my car, but I'm having to go to the gas station to put gas in some gas cans. And a recurring theme yesterday and today with me is what comes first, the chicken or the egg? And I'm not complaining about anything. Please don't mistake this video for just a bunch of griping and complaining. I'm just trying to convey how it is sometimes when you are really trying to get something accomplished. You have a goal. You set goals. You go for it. You're willing to do the work. You're willing to do the time. And just things crop up and get in your way and jam you up. And next thing you know, you're exhausted. I slept till 10:30 this morning. I'm not gonna lie to you. I slept till 10:30. Does that mean I slept straight through all night long? No. I didn't even go to bed till 1 o'clock this morning. And then I had to wake up and help my husband, get him up so that he could go to the bathroom. I don't know what time it was, 5:30 or 6 this morning. And I even thought about getting up right then, but I ended up just looking at my phone for a little while and then convincing myself that you deserve to shut your eyes just a few more minutes. Well, when I did that, boom, I wasn't up till 10:30, and it felt good. I think I needed it. I think mentally I needed it. But then I'm right back to being chicken or the egg this morning. I'm right back to being in the same frustrated feeling I was yesterday. I tried to be organized. I try to get things kind of taken care of so that it saves me time on the back end. And the realtor's coming next week to look at the house. We're supposed to close on our land that we're buying on Wednesday of next week. And so somewhere, either right before that or right after that, she's going to come look at the house to start valuing our house and property. So that's why I've been just killing myself to get my house ready, because those first impressions matter. I still have a lot to do outside, and in the meantime I'm also toying with the idea of selling the tractor. And we had talked about just bringing it up to the land just in case we need it, but we talked to the neighbor the other day and he said, no, just y'all sell your tractor. Your property doesn't really need it. He said, if you ever should run across some little project you want to do, he said, I have a tractor, I'll do it. So that helps me because I can go ahead and sell it while it's sitting at my house, and then whoever buys it will just be in charge of transporting it. They can come get it on a trailer or whatever. I won't have to worry about it. We had the people that we bought the tractor from when it was new deliver it. We do have a trailer we can haul it on, but I don't know how to do that. And I don't want my son to be put in charge of that. He probably is capable of it, but we've never hauled any equipment that big before with implements. And I don't want to get out on the road and not have it properly restrained. So I was going to have to bring in some help and ask some friends of ours, some men, to help me with that. Those are the things Richard could do in his sleep. Those are the things he did for his work, and he could have easily loaded that trailer up, ratcheted it down with straps or whatever you do, chains, whatever you do with a tractor, and hauled it up there with no problem. But it's my problem now. And I worry about the responsibility of putting a big old tractor on a trailer and going 20 miles away with it up and down hills. So if it can sell in situ, if it can sell sitting on our property to someone who'll come get it, that will make it easier on me. So, chicken or the egg? I need to price it. I need to get a price up for it. And it should be fairly simple, but it's really not. It's a strange time right now where you're not just looking at it as, okay, it's a used tractor, it's 2 years old, and it has X amount of hours on it, and I saw one in a magazine that was this or that. Times are a little bit different. Tractors themselves on the lot, brand new, have gone up. Parts for tractors have gone up. The implements have gone up. So our tractor, while yes, things depreciate once you do buy them, once you take them off the lot, that depreciation may not be so much now, in that if a person wanted a brand new tractor, the spread has widened. a tractor that costs 30 might be costing 38 to 40 now. So even though your tractor's used, 30 is not so crazy of a price to get what you paid for it. I don't think I'm going to get what I paid for it. That's not what I'm saying. I do realize I'll probably have to discount it a little bit. But I don't think that discount has to be as large as it would have been even just 2 years ago. So I don't want to get taken on the deal. I'm not looking to take anyone else. I just simply don't want to get taken on the deal. I know there's a lot of people right now that are, and I don't blame them, I'm for it. They search Facebook Marketplace, they search all the ads, and they're making good money right now buying things that are undervalued and flipping them and selling them to what their value should more be right now with the crazy market that we're in for tractors and implements and everything. And I get it, and I know it. I just don't want to be one of those women, because that's what they'll see me as. Here's a woman who doesn't know what her tractor's worth. And, you know, she asked a decent price, but we're going to come in and we're going to tell her this or that, or we're going to offer her this or that, and we're going to get us a good tractor we can flip, you know, off of this woman. I don't want to be that woman that gets taken. Okay, I made it to the gas station, I got some gas in my gas cans, and I decided to just pull over here to the side of the gas station by their trees to film the rest of this video, because I was driving a while ago with my air conditioner off so I would have good sound, and I was about to burn up. So let me just say this, chicken or the egg? Okay, I need to price the tractor, but I have to figure out how to price the tractor in today's market. Well, okay, say I use my base price of what we paid for the tractor to figure a price. And I do want to know that base price, because I actually emailed Danny at Deep South Homestead and just asked him. I explained the situation and I said, do you have anybody that you trust or any websites you use or anything that could maybe help me price this tractor so that I don't get taken advantage of? And he said he would just recommend doing it $5,000 less than what I paid for it. So, okay, just say I do exactly that. I can't find my paperwork. I'm so organized. I keep up with all this stuff. I had the orange Kubota folder not too long ago, and I cannot find it. I have touched every surface of my house lately. I've touched everything. I've opened every drawer lately cleaning, and I don't remember seeing it. I went to bed last night, and that's one thing that was keeping me awake, is where is that Kubota paperwork? Where is it? And I realized this morning that I had bought a bunch of air filters and oil filters for the Kubota, because I need to probably change the oil filter at this point. I can clean or blow out the air filter and change it later, but I needed to do the oil filter. But I didn't know how, so that's the last time I had the booklet out, was looking at how to change your oil in the Kubota. So I thought, you know what, I bet I put the packet in that box of oil filters out in the shed so that I would have it there when I went to go change the oil. So this morning though, I went and looked, and it's not in there. So I've got to find it. It's in my house somewhere. I'm usually not the kind of person that just sticks paperwork like that wherever. I had it in Richard's dresser drawer for the last 2 years. I took it out recently to look at it to see about changing the oil, and now I can't find it. So I don't know what to do. I don't really remember. I know what we paid in full, the final price. That was tax and everything. I know that final price. Then we put money down, and then we financed a certain amount. I know all those figures, but when we bought the tractor, we bought a bush hog with it, a disc. Seemed like we bought another implement with it. Anyway, there's one more, and I'm just blank. Well, the bucket that goes on the front. So there was different ways they priced everything, and then they priced those other implements separately, and you know, then I remember the big figures. I don't remember the exact price we paid just for the tractor with the bucket on the front. So I've got to figure that out. And so I'm working on that. Okay, can't find my paperwork. So it's like, you need to price the tractor. You need to do research, but you got to find your paperwork. And just say I found my paperwork today and I came up with a price. You would think, well, just have your daughter and them throw it on Facebook Marketplace or advertise it. However, I could go put up a sign up at Tractor Supply. They have billboards back by the bathrooms. I've thought about doing that. Okay, I can do that. But right now it's dirty because I did not wash it after I kind of used it to do all my farming work this spring. I need to wash it down. I need to clean the disc off. The disc is attached to it right now and it's really dirty. But I need to keep using it. I need to disc up my gardens, the lower garden and Richard's garden. I just don't want to leave those gardens just abandoned for when someone comes up there to look at our property. I still have my corn that's dead, but the corn is still in Richard's garden, and I have all my T-posts that are everywhere in both gardens. So I need to take that corn down, which shouldn't be hard, and then I need to remove all the T-posts that are in both of those gardens. So, okay, fine. I need to get that done. That has not gotten done yet because I've been so busy in my house. But every time I look out my window and I see those gardens, it's that chicken or the egg thing. It's like, I got to get those gardens done so that I can take that tractor, come across and disc the gardens so that I can wash that tractor so that I can list that tractor for the price that I have no idea what I'm going to list it for right now. So, chicken or the egg. Okay. You work backwards on a lot of this stuff. You work backwards. And that's the story of the tractor. The story of my house is kind of the same. I don't know. I have an idea what it's valued at because we did have it appraised in 2020, but it's never that simple. We bought land to the left and right of us. We subdivided one of the purchases that we bought into 2 different lots because at the time we thought our daughter and them were going to build on one of the lots, and if they were going to get a mortgage, that lot had to be in their name. So one of the lots we broke into 2 pieces. So that's 2 on the left side of us and 1 on the right side of us. So technically our property is 4 pieces of land. 1 piece of land includes our house and the original 6 acres, and then we have 3 other pieces of land. I would like to sell it all for one money. I would like to be able to just offer it all for one money for whoever comes in and buys it. They would just own what we own. They would own half the lake, and just we could be done with it. We could just be done with it. I don't want to have a little piece here and a little piece there that I have to come back and worry about mowing or selling later. Really, the mowing and the upkeep would be the main thing. I don't want to have to pay someone to mow, and I don't want us to have to come down there with a lawnmower to mow it every now and then. So that's on my mind. So I would like to sell it all as one money. But there's a clause in one of our cash sales that is bothering me, and it's actually the main part with our house and that first land. So I want to get clarification on that before I list my property. So yesterday, I didn't really realize I needed that much clarification on it, but the way it's worded is kind of funny. So yesterday I decided it was hot and I didn't want to be outside. So I said, you know what? Trying to make use of my time, I'm going to sit at the kitchen table and get out all the different surveys for all of our lots that we bought and put together a package. Number 1 for my realtor so that she can have things when she lists it, and number 2 for the buyer so that when we sell the property, the buyer has current and accurate surveys of everything they're buying, because it is 4 pieces. It's not like they're going to get one plat that just shows kaboom. It's 4 pieces all together that will make up their property. So I wanted to be able to just give them a folder and give them a history on everything and when we bought what and the dates it transferred and all that kind of stuff. And I got all that together. But this clause in the cash sale from the original purchase of our original land confuses me. So I wrote myself a note. Monday morning, I'm going to call an attorney. I'm going to see if he could meet with me for 20 or 30 minutes and just go over it with me and just kind of make sure that I have clarification in my mind of what's going on. This clause could potentially delay any type of purchase agreement kind of condition. So it's complicated, but it's there, and I want to make sure I have clarification on it before I talk to my realtor, and certainly before we have a buyer who's ready to buy our house, that we can give them clarification on it. So, chicken or the egg? You want to list your house, you got to do your research. You got to look at all your surveys. You got to go over all your cash sales. Okay, did it, which has brought up a question. So now I don't have to call the attorney. Now I have to make that appointment and go next week. Hopefully he can see me. And it's just chicken or the egg. It's like nothing seems simple. Nothing seems simple. I don't know if you've bought a lot of real estate in your life. I don't know if you've sold a lot of real estate in your life. But it just seems like it would be so much easier than it is. But nothing is simple. Nothing is simple. So, okay, I'm giving it to God. I'm just let him take care of it. It's not that I'm sitting here worried about it. It's just that I guess I'm the kind of person, if I set myself a list, I want to be able to check things off that list. I ain't checking nothing off right now. Nothing is getting checked off my list. So, just simple things. And what it is those are major things. So selling a tractor, it's dealing with a lot of money. My husband, we bought a bigger tractor because he was going to actually use it for a business if his job kind of dried up after COVID, because they were having a lot of issues at their work. And actually, his company is struggling now. And we're not so sure if he would still be employed if he was there, based on what we have talked to with people that work there. So our plan was, well, we'll have this tractor in the background. He has experience running all kinds of equipment, and he can kind of start his own tractor business and doing things for people, grading roads, disking fields, bush hogging, doing all that kind of stuff. That was going to be his side hustle that may turn into a big hustle should we have needed it after the COVID stuff started with employment. And so had we known 6 months later he was going to have a stroke and not really be able to utilize this big tractor, we would have bought a much smaller, just maybe even a used one, if we knew we were only going to be using it for my gardening. And that's really all we're using it for now, except for grading our road every now and then, is my gardening. And so the sale is not a huge amount of money, but I'm just saying it's more money than it would be should I have just had a little used tractor we were trying to get rid of. That's what I'm trying to say. So that's an important thing. And then, of course, the sale of your home is an important thing. So those two things right there are enough to give me a little stress. But sometimes that's not what sends you over the edge. What can send you over the edge is just simple things. You know, if you're a woman that's ever just, your husband thinks you're crazy because you've all of a sudden had a meltdown or cried over something stupid, you know, like you dropped an egg in the kitchen and you just freaked out and you were done for the rest of the day. The egg wasn't the problem. The problem was just a lot of more things that had been building up. So that's where I'm at now. It took me 2 or 3 days to thoroughly, top to bottom, clean my son's big old bedroom and his bathroom upstairs. That's how bad it got. I knew it was going to take a while. My friend Mella's been encouraging me, prodding me along, checking on me, make sure I'm okay. But 2 55-gallon garbage bags later of just stuff that had either just clothes or just junk or just, I don't know, water bottles, you know, it's done. I got it done. Yesterday was my last day in there, and I was scrubbing baseboards, scrubbing everything in the bathroom, and it looks beautiful. It looks beautiful. And the reason I'm doing it, before you say, well, get your son up there to do it, before anybody says anything like that, let me tell you this. That's not my son's home. That is our home. And I want to get top dollar for it. And I know that having 2 ensuite master-size bedrooms is going to probably maybe push someone into the direction of buying our home and not buying another home, because I have the master bedroom and bath downstairs, and we didn't put 2 bedrooms upstairs. We put a guest room downstairs, and I put a big old bedroom upstairs for him that's bigger than our master. And then it's got just a regular bathroom, decent sized bathroom. It's not an extraordinarily beautiful bathroom or anything, but it's got a bathroom. But to have 2 master suites, I guess is what people would call it, is going to help sell our home. And I've got to make sure that it looks like it could be a potential master suite up there. I can't just let a young man who let it get in that shape to begin with have full responsibility for getting that room looking show worthy for clients to come look at it. I'm taking care of that. Mama's taking care of that, because I know the value in his room where he doesn't. It's just a bedroom for him. It's just a place to throw his drawers on the floor. You know, I know the value of what his room could do for the sale of our home. So I'm going to get it looking good, and that's what I'm working on. All I had left, I ran to the store yesterday because his little towel hook that was on his wall had broke. It didn't just come off, it broke. That was a while back. So rather than fix that hole in the wall or anything, I said, let me just go buy another towel hook and come home and put it on there, and that'll be that. Well, I found one, but when I got home, the base of it was a little smaller than the other base. So of course it didn't fit on the bracket that was already on the wall. So I had to go get my drill and get everything, just assemble everything I needed, come upstairs, and I took my screwdrivers and I pulled the old bracket off the wall, and all I needed to do was just drill 2 little holes to put these new screws in, which were a little smaller, so I was going to have to use a small drill bit, and put them in the wall, and then just hang this bracket. Just it. It's not that hard. I know how to do it. I could not get my old drill bit from another project out of my drill. I usually just untwist it with my hand and take it out. Just untwist my DeWalt drill thing with my hand, take the old bit out, put the new bit in, and go with it. I know you can click your button to where it's going backwards, and you can get your drill bit out that way. It wasn't going nowhere. Yesterday, it wasn't coming out. It just wasn't coming out. So I was up there by myself in his bedroom in tears. I was just like, my drill bit won't come out. I just can't get my drill bit out. I was saying more than that. I'm not going to lie to you. And it's just like, I thought a meltdown, but that wasn't a meltdown. I had that afterwards. I just needed to get this stupid little star bit out so I could put a Phillips bit in and get this accomplished. And no, wasn't going to happen. So I walked away. He had went out of town. I need to say he had went out of town, so he wasn't home to help me with it. Richard can't get it off. He can't use his right hand to brace anything, and I just know that he couldn't get it off. If I couldn't do it with 2 hands and my strength, he couldn't do it. So I said, okay, I'll just wait till Mark gets home tomorrow from his trip and get him to do it. So I just left everything in his bathroom up there. I just left it all up there, walked away, and just said, okay, calm down, calm down. So I said, I'm gonna go outside and see what I need to do. So I did a few things outside, started getting hot. It doesn't matter if it's 7 o'clock at night, it's hot still. It's very humid. We're entering hurricane season here in Louisiana. Everything's just hot and humid, and it's a mess. And so I ended up just glancing over there, and I saw my upper garden, which I'm trying to keep nice and neat right now until we sell the house. And I noticed the grass in the aisles was getting kind of high. So I said, I'm gonna go over there. My brother-in-law's push mower is still here. I'm gonna take that push mower and I'm gonna mow those aisles real quick, just easy, real quick. I get halfway through and run out of gas. I said, no problem. I've got some gas in the gas can in the shed. I'll go get it. Well, it was gone. I guess it was in the back of my son's truck, gone with him on his trip. He had probably used it to put gas in the mower when he mowed property and everything, and there it was. So I get halfway through, I've got no gas. I knew I was gonna have to go to the store to get gas in the gas cans, and I'm like, just like, I can't finish anything. I can't finish. And that's when it started. That's when the meltdown started. That's when it started. And my husband said, look, he just probably pitied me. He drove up to me on his 4-wheeler, what's wrong? I just said, I can't get anything done. I can't get anything finished. I said, I have to stop everything down and go get gas in gas cans, because I have 2 gas cans. I could have took the other one to get gas. It was empty. And I just said, I can't finish anything. I want to finish stuff and I can't finish stuff. You know, if you've ever felt that way, you know what I'm talking about. So he said, don't cook tonight, you know, in his own way of saying it. He said, don't cook tonight. Let's get something. So we ended up ordering some Greek food. We took a drive because there's no Greek food anywhere near us. We took a drive about 20 miles away. We picked it up. We came home and we just sat there and I watched Sweet Home Alabama last night, sat on a stool, ate my Greek on the coffee table, and just zoned out. I just zoned out. I said, I don't care right now. I'm going to watch Sweet Home Alabama for the 15th time, and I'm going to pretend I care whether Jake and Melanie get together, and I'm just going to, I don't care right now. I don't care. And so I ended up watching, we watched the movie, and something came on after it. I looked at my phone, I did stuff, and I did go to bed at 1 o'clock this morning, and that's what boiled it back down to my beginning of my story of sleeping till 10:30. I think I had to let my brain rest. I've been doing a lot of work, and I think my body's just tired, my mind's tired, and so I would say I'm going to chillax, but I'm not. I'm here at the gas station getting gas in the gas cans. I'm going to go home probably later this evening and finish that mowing. I've got a lot of wasp I need to spray. The wasps are bad right now. They put up nests all around our house, and I need to take care of those and spray those. Probably do a little bit more inside our house. Probably take my husband riding in a little while to go look at our property because he likes to do that, and it's so hot right now. I don't want to be outside. So my mind's still going. It's back to going today, but I kind of had to have that break and that little meltdown. And I just, what I'm going to do is put pen to paper and make myself the priority list for this week. Call the lawyer, set the appointment, close on that other land, take care of the big projects, and then I'm just, you know, I'm going to turn it over to God and let him help me with the sale of the home. And everything seems like it is as it's supposed to be, so I know that's going to work out. I'm just going to try to not stress about things. The tractor will sell. I just hope it sells to someone who wants it for the tractor itself, who's not just trying to flip it and take me on one end and make money on the back end. I really don't want to deal with anybody like that right now. However, if they can buy it at the price I'm asking for it, and I get what I'm asking for it, that's fine. And then if they know of a market in another state or another part of Louisiana where they can sell it for a good bit, make them a spread and knock themselves out, that's fine. I just want to get at least what I'm asking for it so that I'm not feeling later like I allowed it to be taken advantage of. So thank you for letting me rant. This is a good part of how I'm dealing with all the stress of getting ready to sell this house, getting my house ready, coming to the end of a gardening season that was kind of stressful for me. It's just to be able to talk. I appreciate this. I appreciate the people that follow me and that comment. I thank you so much. And we're going to keep on keeping on. It's all going to happen. It's all going to get done in the next few months. And I will take you along the way and keep you posted. Thank you so much. This is Lainey from Camp Joy Farms. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye. To update, I finally got that lower garden taken down this evening. I got all the tomato clips off of all the plants. I pulled up all the sticks. I took down all of that string that I had on there. And then finally, I was able to sit there and get those T-posts out to get them all pulled up. Had to use the tractor on the last couple of them, but I was able to get them out of the ground. And then finally, this evening late, I was able to stack up all the tomato debris, take the buckets and any little things that I had in the garden and get them out of the garden. And then I was able to disc it up and put that garden to rest. I can now say I'm through with the lower garden, on to another garden. Check.